weekend. Let's go. All right.
It's gonna be a breeze today.
Yes, we already live, by the way. Somebody already hit the button.
Oh, really?
Good.
So I don't know how long we've been live, but it is what it is.
All right.
Welcome everybody. We do appreciate you guys for checking out Growing the Gaming this morning. Thank you for rocking out with us. It's been sorry that we missed last week, but so just to make up for lost time, we're gonna be hitting up topics from the previous week and some from this week. So yeah, just thank you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. So last week, Microsoft released their Inside Xbox episode. I just want to get you guys quick thoughts on the episode and what you thought about it. So go ahead, give your intros, and then talk about Inside Xbox. I'll start with go ahead, lady.
Oh, okay. Hey, good morning. This is me, Lady Infamous 415 Grown Women Gaming, and it was okay. They're picking up a little steam, you know. I like the little releases that they came out with, but I didn't have that much time to watch it because I was at work. And I didn't take that time out. I was so busy this week. I didn't watch the full show. But as far as their production value is concerned, I think they improving a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so too. I thought they did. It's it seemed like each show gets a little bit better and better, and they get a little bit more focused on what they want to talk about. Mm-hmm. So what do you think? LBOOGIE, go ahead and give your intro and then tell what you think about Inside Xbox.
Morning, you guys. Miss LBOOGIE here. I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot, especially since I won the Ultimate Edition of State of Decay too. So of course I enjoyed it. I really like it. It's like a mini E3 for me. People say it's not enough to be a mini E3, but
it's not.
I mean, what do you like? Yeah, like it's never enough. For the people who say that, it's never enough. So. But I feel like it's like a little mini E3 every month. So I enjoy it. And I think they're getting better. I still think that Rukari could either be by himself or they need to have another female.
Bad. I noticed that really bad last week. Yeah. I mean, I noticed it because it was like he was able to just take direction on the show more so than the young lady. But the last couple of episodes, I thought she did better. So this one, she seemed like a little bit like she could fall to the back, and when nobody miss her, like that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So what about you, CHAREECE? Go ahead and give your intro and what you think about Inside Xbox.
Yeah, it's your girl CHAREECE here. I think it's gotten I think with DELILAH who said like each episode has gotten a little bit better. The first one, I think they were doing too much, maybe if that's the right word I'm using. This time it's like they're more in the groove with it. They're not nervous anymore, or they're more comfortable with what they're doing and stuff. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's not as forced.
You notice too that there's way less Major Nelson. Have you noticed that each episode is getting less and less Major Nelson?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's gonna, because I noticed that they had another guy do Inside Xbox too. I wonder if he's just fully gonna fall.
Yeah, but I didn't like that guy. Don't.
Who's the new guy? Who's the new guy?
It was like some weird guy in a sweater. I was like, it was. I want to say like a brunette, younger white guy, but yeah. He wasn't very personable. Like, you got to have the personality. You just have to.
You do. All right. So the first topic I want to jump in, because this one is still kind of fresh in everybody's mind, is the Battlefield 5 trailer. And, even with the Battlefield 5, they showed a female protagonist in the trailer of the game. I don't know if everybody's seen it. First of all, everyone's seen the trailer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My thought on this is, there was some controversy behind it being a female on the cover of the Battlefield 5 game itself. But the question I want to ask is, did you guys, first of all, did you enjoy the trailer? Are you excited for the game? And how do you feel about be a female be on the cover? Now, the way I want you guys to answer this is go ahead and talk about the game first, what you think about the game, and then we'll discuss about the lady on the female being on the cover much later. So go ahead and I'll talk about Battlefield 5. I can jump in.
I'll go first. I really enjoyed the little reveal. It had me excited. I'm like, yo, females do it. I didn't know about the cover till later. But based on what I saw with the reveal, I really enjoyed it. I am a Call of Duty pro, but I'm trying to find more avenues when it comes to first-person shooters. So yes, like I did with the previous Battlefield, I have an open mind with this. I can't wait till more of it comes out. I need to see what kind of story she's coming with. It's because being on the front cover is a lot, and I need to know that story, because is it going to be like the same story mode like it was in the previous title, like the 6 multiple mini stories, or is it going to be just one long singular story? I don't know.
Yeah, they haven't really released too many details on exactly how it's going to play out. But I wouldn't be surprised if they followed the same formula of the previous game.
Yeah,
because people seem to like the way that the ebb and flow. So
yeah. I personally did like it, because usually with first person shooter games, there's just one long story, 12, 15 chapters in the story. With the previous Battlefield title, they had just a nice chunk, like maybe an hour, maybe hour and a half of one good story. I mean, I really enjoyed the stories in that game. I can't wait. October is gonna be broke for me because a lot of these games coming out.
Yes.
And I gotta go to TwitchCon, so it's gonna be a wrap. October is gonna be a wrap for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty expensive for, I think, everybody. All the good games at least, are kind of dropping in that month. What do you think about it, Charisse? Go ahead.
I enjoyed the trailer. I watched it at work, to actually hit in my office again and watched it in work. It was nice, and the female on the cover, which I found that out later, I just thought she was just there for the trailer. I thought it was a good thing. I really enjoyed it. Just like in the last one, they had a black dude on the cover.
Right.
They was upset about that too. Don't forget.
They were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's good, because again, repetition, it matters. You need to see, besides the single white male in the video games, like there's more people doing this besides white people. Like there were black people in wars, there were females there. We might not be on the front line, but we were there.
No, but so but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, just the people who talking about this not historically accurate, I'm like, it's a video game. None of it is like historically accurate.
But it is historically accurate.
You can't dodge it. You can't hide behind a post and gain health. So that's not accurate at all. I'm just saying. But
the places and the settings are accurate.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Even having the women there is accurate. There were plenty of women soldiers. It wasn't until after World War II that they made it to where that females could not be on the battlefield. It's because we lost so many females and whatnot that it was, devastating to families, So it wasn't until after that they started saying no females on the battlefield. And then obviously we know that blacks were typically the front on the battlefield, because we were expendable. So I think most of these people that make these comments, they have had no military history. Like, you just know what you hear on TV, but you haven't read any books. You haven't had any actual military history lessons. And if you need some, you can come talk to me, because I actually had to have naval history. I don't have all of them, but I have a pretty good naval history background.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I'm happy. Like everybody says, we need this. We need it. It's time.
Right, and a nice segue, Charisse. I was gonna kind of jump into the whole women thing later, because I think, what's interesting for me, and I pointed this out last night, was that we've seen women on covers of games a lot of times, whether it's Metroid, whether it's Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is coming out soon, Tomb Raider, of course, with Lara Croft. We've seen women on covers of games. Shoot, a woman's on the cover of Fortnite. Like, I don't understand.
I think it's because it's Battlefield.
Because it's the military part of it, the war part of it, is that you're referring to?
No. I don't think it's that, because personally with me, I know females that they ready to go to war, active military, Army, Navy,
right,
Air Force. You know what I mean? So I know around those times there had to be some women sprinkled in there, somewhere in there. But because it's a Battlefield, it's a DICE game, it's a massively popular game, you're gonna have those people that's gonna be butthurt about it. Yeah. I implore them to at least take a risk with the cover. They always had the same Caucasian persons person or persons on their cover and they're changing it up. Why not? I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
Now, do you think it's just more like Twitter being like the loud minority, or is this just you think this is they're really echoing the sentiment of like what people how people really feel that's not really following the cover issue on Twitter?
I mean,
Um,
I mean, the cover issue is really a personal gripe within people.
yeah,
Doesn't necessarily reflect the game.
agree.
Doesn't it? They might be getting there might be somebody on the Twitter world talking about I can't stand this damn cover because they got a female on it. But best believe they're gonna still buy it. Best believe they're gonna still play
Yeah,
it.
you know what's crazy? I think in this Dice, like in EA, they try to appease both sides. Like they for the Ultimate Edition, I believe they put a male on the cover, and so they got a male cover and they got a female cover. So I don't, like I said, this whole backlash for them trying to please both sides. I think what do they do? They put nothing on the cover, like just show some war background with no person on there. Like I think that's what's gonna go to because then no one would complain because they're not feeling underrepresented by the fact that okay, oh, there's no black guy on there, oh, there's no woman on there, oh, those like I just think it's becoming ridiculous. Like do we have to complain about every little thing, everything? Like to me, it's super overblown. It was interesting because like last night, being the only female on the cast, I didn't even want to speak on it. I'm like, I've said this, I've heard this, and to me, I feel like it's super overblown. It doesn't have to be. I feel like we give too much attention to this sometimes. I don't know, but that's just my thought. And I mean,
you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge the game by the content of the cover.
Right. I mean, and it was crazy because back in the day, that's all you had to judge a game by. It wasn't no, oh, let me check Google and see what this game talking about, or let me check with you had your friends, but you had only your local folks, people you saw face to face back in the day. It wasn't no, oh, internet. Let me, you know what I mean? You didn't have that. You just had the cover, read the back, saw what type of game it was. If it had two players, you went and picked it up, whatever. It was super old school. You have to worry about all of this. And so to me, it's interesting. I mean, all of us have witnessed this because we kind of in the same age group. So it's like watching the industry evolve to like kind of what it is, how super political, trying to, please both sides, don't really want to do the game they want to make, and with like Halo 5 and getting backlash, so they change the game and then you still end up with a bad game. Like it's to me it's just crazy. We dictate too much of the creativity of the developer, and I feel like we're getting worse games because of it. That's really all I have to kind of speak on in regards to Battlefield 5. Go ahead.
Who still looks at their covers now though?
I do. When I'm looking for indie, I look at covers. Like when I'm in the Xbox store and I'm like looking through for like something quick to just plug in and jump into real quick, I'm checking out that cover and then I check the trailer out. It's like a 1-2 punch because if the cover, to me, if you put some time in your cover, like I'm gonna check you out. But see, I'm very visual. I'm a UI designer, so for me, it's like if you took put effort into your cover, then you got my attention. So maybe that's just exception to the rule. I don't know. But
no, that works too.
No, it does. I agree with you. If your game's good and you got a trash cover, ain't nobody gonna look at it. Right. People like to they get attracted by with their eyes with things that they look at. That could be food, it could be games, it could be a cover of an album cover or a song. It does apply to games. I'm looking at my games on Xbox right now and looking at the covers and see why I see these covers are appealing. I can see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, because you asked a direct question. You like, when do you look at covers? I mean, because we usually have digital. Like, I know I'm all digital this generation. Like, I got a digital library. It's not like I go to GameStop and buy games. I used to last gen, but this gen I don't. And so it's like, man, you're right. You see the trailer and you don't care about the cover. You don't give 2 cents. You're like, man, the game looked fire. I know what this game's about.
Yeah.
I talk to my friends. I know that the game's good, and it's like, man, everybody's on the internet. People have their own set of friends, own set of followers, etc. That you're able to find out those gems and what's good and do research and find and stuff like that. When I was just making a stark comparison that we just didn't have that. How do you feel about all of this, Boogie? Like in regards to like, looking for, like, when you're looking for a game, the covers and stuff like that. Like what attracts you to a game?
Oh, I think she's muted. She said she'll be right back.
Okay, okay. I'm
Uh,
sorry about that. Go ahead, then take it, lady. What do you think about all of this?
um, I don't know. Back in the days, it was you know what, as a grown woman gamer, and when I back in the days, it was just simpler times. You know, you nobody cared about what something looked like.
What was said typically either about a game, because that's, I
Certain
mean, that's part of the problem now.
Yeah, it is part of the problem now because people are so enticing. They enticing by looking at regular shit, but they're not thinking or analyzing what they're absorbing as far as games is concerned. They'll look for a game and it'll look good all day, but then if it do end up being not to their standards, it's like everybody got a gripe about something. About something.
But the thing is with the Battlefield thing, it's like with the a lady being on the cover. Okay, so that's not gonna really entice girls, little young girls, to buy the game because it's a mature title. You're going to entice grown women to buy the game, and we already know that the demographic is almost evenly split between male and female. So
Correct.
I definitely want that representation. Now, somebody last night was like, "Well, they're pandering too much now." Because you're seeing almost every game has a female protagonist on the cover. It's like, oh, now they're pandering. It's like,
so you're pandering to 50% of the of your user base. That's not pandering.
Exactly. So
because there's going to be males that's going to that's not even going to be tripping about the damn cover and they're going to buy the game anyway. It's just like the small 30% of the people that's really bitching about the cover.
I think it's less than that. I think it's less than 30%.
Less than 30. Well, I look, the cover's so fire. I put it as my header on Twitter. Let's go. And I love my little, and I love my tunnel snake, my Fallout tunnel snake girl. She was on my Twitter feed, on my Twitter banner for like 2 years, almost 2 years. I was like, I need something fire on my Twitter banner before I can take her down till I can retire her. And then I saw the cover of Battlefield 5. And you know what? I cropped it and I put it on my shit because it is very good. I like that. I want to see that. And it's a baby step, but it's a step nonetheless.
And don't you think we have to go through a period of where we have a lot of ladies on covers before it evens out? This is just the trend of anything that happens.
Yeah, so you're saying it's saturated now because they're trying to play catch up, if you will.
Right. Yeah. And then it'll even.
Then they got a good 10 years then of catch up.
You don't want to be the person that advocates for there to be less of it, and then we look up and we're going backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Because then they'll say, "Oh, well, look, a bunch of ladies don't want it either." And you don't want that,
Like when I think about gaming in general and like the history of it, like there was really only one female lead game. And correct me if I'm wrong, like Metroid was like, that was a surprise when they revealed that character even playing the whole game was actually a female. Like that was a big deal back then. So to go from just having that small representation to what we got now with they're leading games like, Cover, Recore, Metroid. I mean, we can name them. It's so many now at this point, So, I think you're right in that sense. Maybe they just playing catch up. Maybe they're just like, look, let's put women in the front. And then we got a lot of women producers that does these big games too, that's involved with game development. So I'm thinking that may play a part too. I think it's more so just getting into in order to put us out there like that. And so I say the same thing when it comes to like putting a minority on the cover. It's like we're really underrepresented in the industry, like very underrepresented in the gaming industry. And so you won't see us on many covers like that. It's just like they look around their offices, they working every day and they don't see us. It's like we can be forgotten. I mean, this is me being, spitballing, but I can easily see how it can translate. So yeah,
we need everybody though, not just Black people.
That's true.
I think that what was that game? Remember that it was basically like the Asian Grand Theft Auto. What was that one? Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs. Love that.
Like that was fire. That
game was awesome. But it was probably the first game that I really played with like a Asian lead, right?
Yeah, they had that. They had, I
I
think,
want
a
to say yes.
True
That
Crime, but I
wasn't.
think they had a. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that wasn't like a JRPG, but even those they don't look like them. They
Yeah,
look
that's
like white
true.
people,
And then you got like they had a like I know there's a few games that had like Asian action actors on games like they had a
Right.
John Woo game, but that's a movie license, not John Woo. Yeah, I think it was John Woo. I don't.
Yeah, I think I remember which. I can't remember the name of the game though. What was the name of that
Yes,
game?
but it was good though. Like the one I can't
Yeah.
remember it, but it was a pretty good game. That's when they was doing that whole bullet time, trying to like bleed off of Max Payne and stuff like that. I remember that it was a very very interesting interesting game. I don't say it was good, like good, but it was decent. Um, but yeah, they've done it. But yeah, I mean, the first time I've ever seen like a black male on the cover was Marlo Briggs from the 360 era. That's the first time
Oh, that
I
was
seen an
a.
actual black guy on the cover outside of like you know I think Grand Theft Auto had a black guy on the cover. He was sharing the cover with like some other people, and um, so yeah. But you're right. Every person, it needs to be for everybody. I mean, like I said, I don't know how this is. Oh, thank you, Bloody. He's in the chat. He said the game was Stranglehold. Um, wow, that was
Yes.
ages ago. That was
Yes.
ages ago.
Make you feel old.
Yes, yes, that one definitely does got me scratching my head over here. But definitely, I agree with you, Boogie, that everybody wants some sort of representation, and maybe they're doing this just to balance everything out, and maybe it'll be good, later on. Like this will be an afterthought. Like it wouldn't even
Right.
matter whether you see a woman on the cover when nobody say anything. They were like, "Yay, the game coming!" No
Right.
weird feeling, nothing like that. All right, so
It's
let's.
just that gripe period.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, man, it's gotta go through it, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and just switch topics up real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. I heard you mention it a little bit over there, so I just want to know: have you guys checked out the trailer, and are you guys excited for Kingdom Hearts? And did you play the previous games? I start with you, L Boogie.
Yeah, I played one and half of two. I didn't play the point whatever ones. But I'm excited for this one because like even at Disneyland you're starting to see way more Marvel and Lucasfilm stuff there, which
Yeah.
I love. Some of the other Disney fans aren't as happy to see them shifting, but I like it. Them, Pixar, that's really where Disney is going to be at. That's really where you're going to see most of their stuff. So I'm pretty excited to play this game. It'll be fun to play with my little one. And yeah, I like it. I love it. I love the direction they're going in. And can't wait. It took forever, so it better be good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you said it better be good. They've been working on it long enough. It should be.
Forever. Right.
It should be a 10. It should be
It
over
should be
10.
10 out of 10.
I
Right.
think they're gonna announce it at E3. Like, oh, when you go home today, you get to
I
play
like
this.
those. I like those type of reveals.
Too, 'cause
Right.
Hey, you know
Touchdown.
what? New game coming out. You know what? It's out right now. Let's go get it. They really make money with that.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts. I'm. If y'all like that, that's y'all. That's if you like that type of game, that's that's you. Enjoy your game. If you excited because you're a Kingdom Hearts fan and this game is finally coming out, I mean, do you boo boo? But me personally, I have never played a Kingdom Hearts game. I have seen the trailer. It looks good. But again,
It's not a kiddie game though. Like you think that it's just like a kid game. It's not. Like it's harder. Like my daughter wouldn't be able to play it by herself.
I see. See me, I'm on the same boat, lady. Like
I can't get jiggy with it though.
I've seen Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. The first one, second one, the sub series, the sub releases they do in between. Like I've seen like trailers on them all, and always wanted to play them. I just never really, because Xbox is my primary platform. I never really like picked them up on PlayStation. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and see, I used to be primarily PlayStation, so I played Kingdom Hearts, but Yeah, I mean, it's not like when I was younger and I played the first one, like I couldn't even finish it.
Oh, really? Damn.
Like it's not. There's lots of puzzles in it.
Oh no! You know what?
Like,
Never mind. Never mind. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay.
You said
No puzzles for you?
No puzzles.
Oh yeah.
Are
There's
they hard
yeah.
puzzles or just like you just got to carry a key or something?
No.
Like,
No. I mean, I think they vary, but
She said puzzles.
it's not. It's like I'm just trying to convey that it's not like this easy walkthrough. It's not like, you know, Barbie Heroes 3 and you're gonna run through it. Like, it's gonna take some.
I'm not even gonna lie. I always thought it was like, okay, this is a Disney game. Well, I don't want to play no Disney game. What is going on with it? And so I'm not. I skipped over it just for that reason alone. So, I never paid any attention
just rent
to
it. Rent it and try it out. See if you like it, because it's Disney stories, but it's not like a kid game.
Yeah. So like with Kingdom Hearts 3 though, it's like this is the first time it's going to be on the Xbox platform. So, you know, of course you get your achievements, the community that comes along with being in the Xbox ecosystem. I'm excited for that. Because I don't have to change what I'm used to.
Right.
Because like for God of War, I had to switch it up. You know what I mean? Like we've had a PlayStation for years. You know, my husband, he plays it primarily, and I dabble and dabble on it. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and create my own account. I didn't want to get my husband account out like that. I'm just gonna jump on God of War, and I really had to just kind of switch it up, change what I'm used to. For I know I'm kind of going off, but yeah, for me to try Kingdom Hearts, it probably wouldn't take much for me to go ahead and
man, that game gonna have to be on sale, like a fire sale, like under $20. I wouldn't pay. That's how, like, I'm not knocking the game. That's just like not the type of game that I'm gonna play. I'm gonna wait till that sucker is low. How much it costs? Regular price? No disrespect. Y'all want to get at me on Twitter? Go ahead. I don't care. I'm not gonna like fake the phone when it comes to these games. I'm not gonna like every game that comes out. Not every game that I play, I'm gonna finish because something in the ecosystem in that game is not gonna let me play it. I've been playing games too long, and just Kingdom Hearts series was not the game. Not the game for me. It looks good though. Like, I know Rima will kill me.
Yeah, you see what Bloody Knuckles is saying. It's more of like a JRPG. Like it's just Disney stories instead of having, you know, Final Fantasy.
It's like Disney After Dark.
No, it's not. Right. No, it's not. It can't be. No, it's not.
It is. I'm telling you, it is. How are you gonna say that and you haven't played it? Like, how are you gonna say
don't believe it?
You haven't played it.
Let me rephrase that. I don't believe it. Okay.
Have you watched any gameplay of any of the previous?
I saw Rima stream it.
Yes, I have.
No, you saw Rima stream it, but you haven't seen like full walkthrough of a section. No. Okay.
After walkthrough of a Kingdom Hearts game, no, I couldn't get to it. I watched like a couple, but then I didn't get into it and didn't finish it. It just didn't grab my attention. It just didn't.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
Okay, well, I'll play with Delilah because she'll play.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. You know me, I love games. I'll check it out. Right. I don't, you know, if I can afford it, I will check it out. So even though I'm not really fully acclimated with the first games, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm super happy that it's coming to Xbox. I think that's a first for that series, and I hope they do something with the previous games. I think it'd be cool to have them in some sort of collection. That'd be sick because it'd get Xbox gamers like
I'm sorry,
caught up.
I'm sorry.
So
technical issue. I'm sorry.
Okay, I didn't even know that, but it's cool.
But yeah, I think like you said, Delilah. Even if I wanted to play Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm so lost on the story. I don't even know if I'd be able to understand what's going on. So if they came out with like a collection of part 1 and 2,
it doesn't matter because it's Disney stories. Okay, so if you know any stories, and then this time they're going to do more Marvel and Star Wars. So if you're just slightly familiar and you don't really, you know what Star Wars is, so you're good to go. You know what Marvel is, so you're good to go. You'll play through a story and learn something different that's not exactly on the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting.
See? Yeah. There you go. Open that mind.
You talking to me,
So
man?
Oh man. All right. Well, let's good to hear that somebody well, at least Boogie and I are excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right.
And
I'm
Charisse a
interested.
little bit. That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah, right.
Charisse a little bit. So yeah. I mean I look for the gameplay looked cool. Like from the trailer they released. I thought it looked dope. I thought the graphics and like the art style, I thought everything about it was cool. And I love the real time combat. I thought that was pretty cool too. But yeah,
And if
so
you look at some of the new gameplay, it looks almost like they brought in a little bit of what's
Final
that?
Fantasy?
No, what's the oh, it was Xbox exclusive. Why am I have the name like on the tip of my tongue and it won't come out. The one with a guy and he's like skateboarding across the towers
Oh my
and stuff
God.
with his feet. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my yes.
it's
Sunset
like right-
Slime
Yeah,
Monsters.
Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset
Yes.
Overdrive.
Yeah.
So like there's parts where he's doing that, like on the trailer
Yeah.
I was just watching. So
Yeah, he was like sliding down like a little line. Yeah, I noticed
right,
that
and
too.
then like free falling down, you know. So
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks dope. I mean, enough to get me kind of like, okay, what's this? What's this? I'll check it out. But yeah, so in other news, because I feel like we've been kind of beating Kingdom Hearts up a little bit in regards to like what we're talking about. Because I mean, the trailer lady like no, you know what I mean. So we're gonna go ahead
It's
and
not
segue
hood enough
into
for her.
right.
It's not what? It's not enough what?
It's not hood enough for her.
You know what? That's not even the
Tell it
case.
crack on the corner.
No. I bought Cuphead, yo. Come on now. I pre-ordered Cuphead. Come on now. But yeah, you might be right though. It might be not good enough for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, so let's go ahead and just jump into this Sea of Thieves content update. Because I believe it releases on the 29th. And the Inside Xbox episode, they mentioned it a little bit. And I wasn't, unlike some people, I wasn't able to get that much detail from it. So do anyone of you ladies are anyone of you ladies familiar with what they're going to be having in that update?
I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting new clothes, new weapons, new ship customization, as well as it's going to be like a new monster. So like how we have the Kraken right now, there's going to be a new monster. I don't think that they said that I haven't looked too closely, so I don't know for sure, but I don't think that they're adding in any new markets yet. Like how right now we're doing the different traders we have. I don't think they're adding any of those in yet.
See, for me, I was looking for like new quests and stuff like that. Like, I think that's unfortunate because that's what I'm waiting on. I mean, you can throw a new monster, cool, that might be great. Like, new weapons, I don't really care about that. New customizations, I don't really care about that either. So it's like I need actual, tangible content. Not like I can get a prettier sword or like I can get a prettier boat. You know what I mean? Like I want something tangible. So
right,
like
yeah, it'd be nice if they
discourages like my expectation.
Yeah, let me check real quick while we're talking. But yeah, I don't think that they're
And my question is, when was the last time you guys played Sea of Thieves?
Man,
it's been a little while. But that's just because other stuff has come out too.
Yeah. Okay.
Like State of Decay is taking over.
Yeah, we'll get to State of Decay. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
All right, let me see. I'm on their website now. So let's see. Hungry and Deep. They just got to watch the trailer, which is what we saw.
They did a tweet on YouTube. They released a developer update. I didn't get to watch that, but they released that developer update a little bit after they aired the Hungry and Deep episode on Inside Xbox. And so I think on that episode they went a little bit deeper on what they're going to be talking about. Or we're going to be releasing, but I wasn't able to, kind of sit down and dig into and filter through to see if it was something I'd be interested in. And so it saddens me because like nobody on the panel right now has really jumped back into the game because of all the other stuff that is released. I mean, you got recently Detroit, you have God
it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Yo, when you as a gaming company, you supposed to make sure you have a good like release big game with titles and stuff like that. Everybody was hyped on Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
But Ain't nobody gonna.
So it looks like you're going to be hunting. You're going to be hunting for this monster. That's going to be
Oh
the
wow,
new.
that's a new game.
Yeah, so that's going to be the new thing. So it's not like it's just going to pop up as you're. Well, I guess it would pop up the option to do it as you're selling, and then there's going to be like lots of cosmetic stuff. But yeah, so it looks like you're going to go to the tavern, and then they'll tell you, like, give you clues or whatever, and you're going to be hunting for this monster.
Yeah, and I heard rumor has it that Rare actually expanded the team a little bit to handle external to handle other content while they focus on a different game. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but you know what I mean? It's a rumor. But I think it's cool that if they, because I'm ready for them to segue into something and more single player focused, and still push out content for Sea of Thieves. I think that'd be perfect.
Yeah, there's not a lot of single player.
Yeah, so I'll do this because you get cosmetic stuff and that, like you said, that's something specific for you to do. You're going to hunt this monster, and you probably need a crew of 4.
Yeah, so
or even cooperate with people that are on the server.
Yeah, I could see them using that and just like stringing together a bunch of riddles and bottles and treasure until you get to the I mean, that's a cool way to do it because that content's already built into the game. If you just put it right, people be intrigued and like, look, I have to find this treasure to get X, Y, and Z, and get a crew and go at it. But man, do you guys feel like with all the other games that's come out that it's too little, too late, or you think it's just getting started and they still got a chance?
I don't know,
man.
Even
with Destiny, it's the same thing. Like, they come out with content, but it's nothing that like keeps you engaged for long periods of time. Mm-hmm. But it's something to bring you back, to spend a little money, to monetize you a little more. Right.
What do you think,
I think that's what all games are gonna do.
I don't know. I enjoy Sea of Thieves, but I kind of got bored with it kind of quick. But in this, I'm like Delilah. I kind of wanted more quests and more activities to do with it. I might check it out when this drops.
Yeah, I think.
But I'm not. That's what, Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably won't spend that much more time with it. I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't seem interesting to me.
Yeah, I believe the update is free too. I think there's something they not really free. We already paid for it, but whatever.
Okay.
It'll be free,
but quote unquote free. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, it should be. I talked about this a little bit last night. Like everything, I feel like everything they come out with of the next year should be free, because you guys do not understand the level of my disappointment after playing the beta and hoping that they're working on content and you get the game and it's very similar to the beta. Like, I thought that it'd have 5 times more content than what it shipped with. So the Hunger Deep should be free. Everything after this point should still be free. I would say, like I said, at least for at least a year. Then I'm okay with, I paid for the game, and then now I can pay for extra content. Because I just think it's unacceptable. They could have had that game could be so much more, and it has
potential.
Yeah, the potential is ridiculous with that game. It's ridiculous. I mean, because who doesn't want to be like being a pirate is awesome. Like, so if you have a bunch of quests tied to that, and it gets the real treatment of like stuff stringing together, and you got to go hunt down Davy Jones, and like you can really take.
I have a question. I do have a question. Which game you think you had a better pirate experience? Sea of Thieves or Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
Black Flag.
Black Flag, right.
Easy. Black Flag, easy. I mean, because it was more mature. It's I don't know. It was more
supposed to come out with a game, like that, but
Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones by Ubisoft. Yeah, they're I think Ubisoft. Yeah, Skull and Bones. I think they're gonna take the formula they did with Assassin's Creed and throw that into its own game. And I think that's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I read something. I think it got pushed back again.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah. They moved it. But yeah, like I really hope they come out swinging this with the rest of the content updates, because they need to do something. That game has like you said, has too much potential to not become something better than what it is. I mean, because I can imagine playing that game and we gotta chase down, a famous pirate and get this crazy treasure, and then that opens up another boss fight, and then you got like 6 or 7 crews fighting bosses, and then you got. I mean, I can see that game expanding to be something fantastic and ridiculously good. Kind of
They
like
need to change that raid thing too, like how long it takes for them to come back and everything. Like
oh god,
once someone does it, like it takes 3 hours for it to populate again, and then if you come into a server, it might not even have one active, like ever. You can play all day and one is never active.
Yeah,
I don't know if they fixed that already, but that was an issue when we were playing. It would piss us off because you would have to like go out and come back in just to find one with a raid happening, and then when you went, it was like 3 damn galleons trying to do the same shit. So you circling like sharks.
Yeah, and like what I mean, think about if they had not only that raid going on, but then like 2 other ones that was different, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do based on what content you want to try to obtain, or what risk it was. Like I'm like, man, I could produce this game because I got so many ridiculous ideas about how they can expand this game, and it's like I'm pretty sure these are things they probably have thought about. You know what I mean? Like,
but why they're not doing it though?
Right, like resources. I think it's resources and time.
How?
Yeah, I mean,
how, Sway?
Man, they put too much time on that water, man. They put time work on that water.
That water is nice now. That water is nice.
That's the best thing. That's the best looking thing in that game is the water.
It is. That looks awesome.
I feel like they put so much resources into that water, so it's like, oh, we gotta ship the game now, and then. It's like, dang, man, what we gonna do about this content? At least that's what it feels like. I could be way off base here. And if any Rare developers are listening, I'm sorry if I am off base. But I think that's the case. Because if you look at that water is leaps and bounds better than any other water I've seen in any video game.
Oh my god, man.
It's so pretty.
It is. But water don't make the game though. Water doesn't make the game. No, gameplay is key. So it's got to be content. It's got to be how you feel when you playing the game. You know what I mean? What you actually doing. The interaction. Like come on, man. 5 years? What? How many years? It took 4 years, 4.5 years, something like that. Come on, man. All 4 years couldn't just go to water. It just couldn't. Water and cosmetics. No. Okay. Anyway, enough about I can get into a whole Sea of Thieves rant, but I'm not gonna even do it. I'm not gonna even do it. All right, y'all. Let's jump into some new announcements here. That things are kind of like rumor. E3 is right around the corner, like 2 weeks. So
like really around the corner.
Yes, 2 weeks to go. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get myself ready. But 2 weeks to go, and so things are starting to leak out here and there. And I want to get you guys' thoughts on a couple of them. And the first one that kind of jumped out was Wolf Among Us 2. Oh. Now, you guys know, I'm going to go ahead and just give my spiel because I don't think I'm pretty able to contribute to this conversation. Wolf Among Us 2. I'm not big on the Telltale games. You guys already know that. So I just wanted to kind of get you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to let these two loose.
It's just me and you on this one.
Hey, I got you, girl. I got you.
So what do you guys think about Wolf Among Us 2? I heard that was the best one, by the way. That's what I heard. And so either one of you guys can go ahead and talk about Wolf Among Us 2. And are you excited about the game?
CHAREECE, would you like to start?
I am absolutely waiting for this game to drop. Like, I was hoping it was going to drop this fall, but if they can fine tune the gameplay, get the story straight, I will happily wait to next year for this game. I'm hoping they actually continue with the first season, because they kind of left you with a cliffhanger, and I want to find out who that heifer was. But I'm sure they're not going to do that. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm calm. I just read a fanfic and call it a day. But I am super excited for this game. It is the best Telltale game to me. But I haven't played the Batman one. People said the Batman was nice too, but I'm not sure. I haven't played that one yet.
What about The Walking Dead? How would you compare it with The Walking Dead?
To me, The Walking Dead one is slow. It's too slow to me. I don't know. Maybe they're doing a lot of talking. Where's your zombies at? I didn't really care about the people that much besides Clem and after, no offense, spoiler, after Lee died, I didn't care anymore. I didn't care. I don't even think I finished season 2. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
You go ahead.
Okay. With me, with the Telltale Life, look, the last Telltale game I played was the Tales from the Borderlands, and I was happy to finish that game. I was ready to go. I didn't get past season 2 of The Walking Dead, and don't ask me about Game of Thrones was trash. That Telltale game was trash. What else? But The Wolf Among Us, somebody put me on this, because this was the Telltale's your decisions didn't really matter type of gameplay. But they were like, look, it's a Telltale game, but you're gonna like the story. I'm like, you think I'm gonna like the story? Yes, it's about the big bad wolf. There's gonna be pigs, it's gonna be Snow White, it's gonna be all the Beauty and the Beast, the Hunter, you know what I mean? It's like all the like classic childhood
Fable tales.
But you won't play Kingdom Hearts. Okay.
Man, look.
hey. In Kingdom Hearts, does the beast get his butt kicked by the wolf, big bad wolf? Tell me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just like
y'all splitting hairs like a.
What you mean? I'm not a Disney freak like people I know. I'm just not a Disney freak.
Man.
I'm not a Disney freak. I grew up on those type of stories. So, and it made it in like an adult twist. And the story, yes, your decisions still didn't matter in that Telltale game. But the story was so good. I want the story to be where it left off. That was the ultimate. Yeah. An ultimate like buster right there, like cliffhanger. I was like, that's it. I'm done. Yes. I hope with this season though that they make it more. Really try to make your decisions matter, like more thought provoking with your decisions versus this and this. You know what I mean? But I'm excited. It's a day 1 pre-order the whole 5 episodes. I'm getting it, and I played it on my channel.
Yeah,
and people liked it. So I'm ready. Like fish.
Liked it.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. Y'all don't tease me.
Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you that my aunt who listens to the channel keeps telling you to stop saying axe
instead of ask. Yeah,
she's like,
you cut nobody over here.
When she gets over here,
I will tighten up. Tell her I will tighten up on my ass.
Oh shoot!
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it.
You know what's so crazy, Boogie? I notice stuff like that too, but I don't ever say anything because I feel like people used to correct me with it when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I never say anything.
It's just hilarious because she was like,
the dog.
The dog got me.
Oh man, but nah. No, it's no big deal though. I mean, say whatever you want to say. You're a grown woman, do what you want. I mean, it's for me. It don't. And like I said, I used to really care about, and then I still notice it, but I used to care a lot about stuff like that. But I was like, man, whatever. Everybody just trying to make it, dude. That's it.
I know. I still like the game.
The game is awesome. The game is awesome.
I'm asking for it.
I love it. Love it.
Liking it.
Still, like for me, I can't. It's one of those things to where Telltale for me hasn't been gripping enough. Like I could. It's a walking simulator for me that you just you do slight quick time events and then you just make decisions and that's it. That's the game. Like for me, I have to be killing somebody or blowing something up or you know what I mean. To me, I look for more action in my games, I guess. Because I don't even play that's why sports games. I don't even play sports games. Like I used to try to play Madden with my brother, all that. But I just can't even get into that anymore. It's like I hate the micromanaging of a football game now. And man, for me, it's like if you're not Gears, Halo, I like racing games, so Forza. You know, if you're not like a Ninja Gaiden or a Bayonetta or I don't know, name an action game or an adventure game or RPG, then I'm not that into you. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not big on Detroit Become Human. And the same thing goes for this game, Wolf Among Us, or any other Telltale games. And then that's not no knock on Telltale. I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're fun. I'm sure they're cool. You know, but it's just not for me.
I say the same thing. Like, I mean, I played through them and they're cool. They're just not like, I'm not clamoring to when one's coming out. Like how Lady just said, like if it's in the bargain bin, why not?
Yeah, I can respect that. I can respect that.
Now, if I can get it for almost free, like if it's on a super sale, on those game bundle sales or something, where I can get a whole clip of them for like $8, I'm on it.
It's gonna be there. It will be there.
Like when you get like the whole season, you get like all the 4 seasons for like $2. You like, yeah, buddy.
I buy them just for the possibility of like, yeah, my husband might like these because we game share. So I'm like, look, he might like these. I know he loved Telltale, and so this might be right up his alley. But knowing him, he'll probably buy it for it even when they come out, you know. And I'd be just wasting money at that point. But yeah, I mean that's just. I mean, it's crazy because I hear all the time how good the stories are for these games. And it's like, man, I'd rather somebody play through it and then I watch the whole game on YouTube.
Well, you can watch mine.
The story is what make it. It really is. The Wolf Among Us had a way better story than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously I would get somebody to say, well, what about the achievements? You don't get the achievements if you're watching the story. Like, man, look at my gaming score. I don't care 2 cents about no achievements. Like, when I play a game, I don't focus on, oh, let me get the achievements. I just never been that type of person. I like to enjoy the game for the art and for the story and for what it is, you know? And so, like I said, I just prefer action games.
I can respect that.
Yeah. All right, so the next game...
leave her alone, that's all.
Yeah, I don't want y'all to...
Are you stupid?
I can respect that. Make sure you tell me that next time.
We got jokes.
Good call, Boogie. Good call. she nailed me on that one. It's all good. But
I'm talking about Lady. She said she can respect that because she wants you to tell her that when she don't agree.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she gonna say that though.
Nah.
Like that. Nah, next. You know what I mean? Like whatever. But for State of Decay 2, I know it's a game that we've all been playing. And it has recently I don't necessarily think it sold 1 million, but I think it has like 1 million people playing it in 2 days. And so I want to get you guys' opinion on that. And how do you overall feel about the game? I kind of want to go first here because I kind of just want to listen to what you guys have to say about it. So for me, State of Decay 2 has been really, really addicting, and it's super fun. And I'm able to look past all like its little graphical issues that it has, little quirks. And I think it's great that you have over, 1 million people checking out the game in 2 days. I think that's fantastic for them, especially considering the review scores that it got out the gate. And because to me, it was like very polarizing. You had people that absolutely loved the game. You had people that absolutely hated the game. And it was crazy because the first game was exactly like that. Like either you liked it or you didn't. So I feel like this game is kind of within that same trend. And like I said, I'm actually really, really loving the game. I love the tension about it. I love the day-night cycle. I feel like night feels longer than the day.
Yes.
But it's not when you really pay attention to like the day-night cycle. They're the exact same time, but it will freak you out because the night is just so much more scarier than the daytime. The micromanaging in the game has been a little bit daunting for me because I've never been big on survival games in general, but this one, the gameplay for me is just it's tight. So I've become a little bit acclimated to it. But that's all I got to say about the game. I'll let you ladies chop it up. Regards to State of Decay 2, feel free to tell some stories. Let's get it. So I guess I'll start with you, CHAREECE. I mean, have you jumped into State of Decay 2, and what do you think?
I have not played it, but every one of my friends on my friends list is playing this game. I have watched so many streams of people playing. I have jumped with them. I have streaked with them. It's especially like the last of the nighttime. It's not nerve wracking, but it kind of is because you don't really know what's out there. And what could happen. I think I cried because somebody in the stream I was watching, one of their person died, and they were really upset about it. They were up, and I felt bad for them. That's just how emotional they had got attached to this person.
So sad.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here.
And I talked so much about this game to my close friends that I actually convinced my friends to actually buy the game.
And you haven't tried it yet.
I haven't tried it yet. And I haven't even played it yet. But he was like, Tori, you sound so convinced about this game. You like, I'm like, man, I've been watching number streams of it all week and stuff, but I just haven't had time to play. He's like, well, I'm gonna go. And so he bought it. Think like, I don't know, Thursday or something. Thursday, and he was playing, and he texted me. He was like, "Oh my god!" And he was telling me all about his community and how stuff was going bad for them. And I kind of laughed, and I kind of felt bad for him. But yes, I'm happy that this game is done. The numbers that it's done, that these people are enjoying it, and because it warms my petty heart so much. That all the people that were hating on it, that was saying this and saying that, but people are really enjoying the game, and honestly, that's all that matters.
That's right. People said the same thing about Fortnite. Remember when it dropped? They was like, "Oh, it's trash." Blah blah. Now it's got this crazy, ridiculously. I still think Fortnite's bad, but it's got this ridiculous. What you call it? What's the word you use for when it's something super popular? I can't remember.
Cult-like following.
Yeah, like it's got this ridiculous mainstream following, which is insane to me. But I'm sorry. I was gonna let you ladies chop it up. So go ahead, Boogie. What you think about Sea of Thieves 2? Its numbers,
State of Decay 2? Yeah.
I said Sea of Thieves and my bad. State of Decay 2.
Damn, you thank you. Forward. We in the future. 20 years.
Thank you, man.
But I'm enjoying it. I have to tell myself that no, you can't. Don't start playing it, because I know that I want to play it for like 3 or 4 hours. Like, it's so much like in CHAREECE, you have to play it because it's like The Sims on meth. Like, so much of The Sims as far as like keeping your people happy, gathering supplies and stuff like that. And then like what was I gonna say? There's that aspect of, imagine playing The Sims, but as soon as you go outside, there's zombies waiting to kill you. You know? So
or when you inside, they try to come in there too.
Right, yeah, they come inside too. Especially the louder you are, the more people you have, the farther into the game, I've noticed that they're starting to come in way more. So like the more hearts I kill, the more they're coming after me. So yeah, I enjoy it. Like, it has its bugs. It's not enough to deter me from playing the game. And I'm enjoying it. So hopefully more people will try it, and I think they'll enjoy it as well. I mean, if you think that no game is going to have any hiccups, especially in today's age, you're tripping. That's not how things work anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
What about you, lady?
I'm gonna tell you the ordeal. Now, mind you, I played this already. Now, I when I got it Tuesday, it was fun. I got my first major bug yesterday. We were rubber banding when I was playing online, and the car flipped over and combusted into flames. I had to get out the car to fight to stay alive. It was nighttime too, or day. I don't remember. It was I want to say night, but the particular situations in this game, it keeps you on your toes. You have your resources is your key. You is not gonna make it in this game if you don't have your resources. You're gonna have to make those runs. You know, I really enjoying the game. If I didn't have this podcast this morning, I probably would have been staying up all night playing State of Decay. Because I had to like, I was playing and I'm like, it's midnight. I'm like, I got this podcast in the morning. Let me put this down. You know what I mean? But I wanted to play. I wanted to make sure my people was straight. You have to be invested in your community in order to enjoy this game. If that's not the type of game that you may not like, that's fine. Well and dandy, but it's not horrible. It's not super trash. It's not the worst game in the world. People are over exaggerating on the negativity of the games that is overshadowing the positive of the game. Everybody on my friends is playing this game. If you have to look for people to make sure they're not squatted up already, because there'd be people that I want to play like State of Decay online with, but they already squatted up. They'll let you know how good this game is to play with other people as well. Now, mind you, I play this by myself. You can play this by yourself, but you're gonna be grinding your butt off. You're gonna be making sure that you got to take care of everything. And and I cannot explain how good the multiplayer aspect of it is, because you can jump in their world and you can help their community out, getting their own resources, and also
you get influence for that, right?
Yeah, I noticed, I'm getting 5 here, 10 here, 15 here influence. And then when I got off Match Queen's games and LBOOGIE's games last night, I had like 1,300 influence. And I was like, wow. For real? I'm just buying
you get way more in co-op.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, way more in co-op on your influences. If you want to like get your influence game up, go jump in somebody's game. Yeah, there are bugs. But like LBOOGIE said, it's not deterring me from not playing this game. You know what I mean? All games these days, and they just got bugs. They got day one patches. AAA blockbuster title games getting day one patches. Didn't NBA 2K18 had like a day one patch? They had hella patches that last basketball game they had. But hey, people still playing that game. So I feel like people shouldn't be on State of Decay like that too much, because one, it's a $30 game. So you want to expect some things to not be on point at times. But if you give them an opportunity to fix it, that's cool. And that's what every gaming company should do. If your game's messing up at launch, you should have an opportunity to fix it. Like, unlike other games like Destiny 2 that constantly have like updates that doesn't have nothing meaningless. I got my intel. They're really doing some different things on the next patch. I can't say where, I can't say who, but they're fixing that. They're gonna fix. They know the bugs. They know.
Okay, you're talking about State of Decay too, right? Like
I'm off Destiny. Yeah, that was just like an example.
Oh, okay.
But my intel for State of Decay 2 is they know the bugs, and they know the people that they know the negativity that's coming with this game, and they're gonna fix it. And if they can fix it, why not? And it's good. It's decent. It's fuck winnable like right now. So when the patches come out, it's gonna be even better. So I'm cool. And it's a Game Pass. It's Game Pass. I think that million people I want to know how many of those million people have been using it on Game Pass.
I would like to know that too.
Versus people who bought it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think we're gonna know.
They say 2 days, but it's really like 5 days, because Ultimate Edition, whoever bought Ultimate Edition got it early, So it's not really 2 days, but
yeah. So do you think this is going to translate to great game sales for them? Like, because of the fact that people are actually enjoying this game, a lot of people still streaming the game. I saw this being one of the top sellers on the Xbox store. So, I mean, do you think this is going to be one of those that kind of blow up, kind of like your H1Z1 and your Fortnite, which I hate using as an example, but whatever. I don't know why I hate on Fortnite so much, but whatever.
Man, Fortnite is trash, yo.
Like I said, the whole mainstream parts about it still shocks me.
It's just the content creators and oversaturation of Fortnite, man. And it's just, I look at it on my sub box on my YouTube. I'm like, man, for real.
Yeah, but as far as State of Decay 2, I have some similar feelings about it. It's a very addicting game, very fun game to play. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. But it's a very fun game. Very, very, as far as like I said, I've never been big on the survivor part, and I don't want to regurgitate what I said earlier in regards to like how I feel about all of that. But I think it's good for them that you got 1 million people. They said 2 days, but like you said, it's really 5 because of the early release last week. like if you got the Ultimate Edition. But I look on here, I'm looking at Mixer right now, and they're like in the top 5 for the most streamed game right now. So
Let me check my Twitter. Let me check my Twitch.
I haven't checked Twitch, but I'm checking Mixer, and it's still up there. As regards to like people looking at State of Decay 2, and we're learning now that sometimes with the way the game, because it's being the way it's streamed and stuff like that, it could translate to doing numbers, like big numbers. Now, Fortnite, I feel like always going to be up there because of the fact that it's free, and the barrier entry is just easier for people. They don't have to, drop down any cash up front, to jump into the game and have like somewhat of a good time. And I feel like State of Decay 2 really doesn't have that luxury. So, but yeah, it does have the tension. It could be different every time you stream. So I think it can turn out to be a streamer's dream, where anytime you can just, take on a new character, like ask your audience, this is the character we're going to use for the stream right now. Try to build this character up and, take them through a whole series of events with that one character, So I feel like it has a huge amount of potential. They can always update, like Lady alluded to, like, they can always update State of Decay with adding different zombies, adding different areas, adding different cars, resources, guns. Like, it's just that type of game. And so I'm saying all this to kind of segue into the next topic, which is, what do you think all these multiplayer games mean for a single player game like God of War that sold 5 million copies? Does that just indicate that single player is still strong and still the preference? Or do you feel like the whole streaming scene and all these multiplayer games are just kind of be what takes over because of the sheer amount of saturation in numbers? Anybody can answer this question. I guess I'll start with you, lady.
The God of War made that 5 million copies. It wasn't the single player aspect of the game. It was God of War. Because if they would have took that name out, I don't think that game would have had 5 million. To be honest with you. So,
wait, have you played God of War?
No, I haven't, but I know the fan base of God of War.
Yeah.
You think it would have been Son and Boy Adventures on PlayStation 4?
Father and Son.
Father and Son Adventures on PlayStation 4. You think it would have sold 5 million copies? No. It's God of War, and that's their props. I give them their props for that. But now everybody knows that more and more multiplayer based games is getting the more screen time, the more ad revenue, the more game time. These stories, like from these single player games, like in the future, they gonna have to be spot on. It can't be no remasters. It can't be no remakes or nothing like that. It has to be original, good stories. And if you ain't got that backbone, then I don't know what to say about single player games.
Yeah, I mean, because you got really good open world single player games. But it was interesting because while God of War touts that it's an open world game, it's not really an open world game. Not like in the sense of The Witcher, in the sense of
Fallout.
Right, Fallout. The second Tomb Raider, if you will, like it's not like on that level. It's still open, but it's nowhere near. It's more like a Zelda open than a like you said, Fallout open. What do you think, LBOOGIE, about this with the God of War selling 5 million and what it means for single player games?
I mean, 5 million is cool. It's still not a lot. Even with State of Decay, 1 million in like 2 days or 5 days is good, but it's still not a lot, which means that a good portion of people that play games are just letting their consoles sit, really.
All those sales, all those PlayStation sales.
Because they said that all those PlayStation sales, like 5 million, right? But don't they have like 80 million install base?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, closing on it. Yeah, should be
so.
That's like less than 3%.
Less than right. I was gonna say it's like way less than 5% of the people are buying this game. So like, how do you really measure this? How do you measure success when you're not even capturing 5% of your audience?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's like this is the part that still gets me. I don't really understand how they measure what a true success is. Is it a success if you make more than what you spent?
I
Or
would say so. That's how the movie industry does it. Like if you
okay,
make more money than you actually spent on the game, then the
then you're good.
movie is deemed a
Right.
success because everybody got paid.
All right. Well, then does that mean I don't know how much they spent on God of War?
How long
Do
they
you
worked
know?
on
Does
it?
anyone know? Yeah.
Yeah, like I do not know. I just hope they we don't even know if that 5 million is them making their money back. Like we don't know. We don't know the sheer. I mean, I don't have a PlayStation expert in here. I don't know enough about like the studio to know if the amount of people and salaries that they spend year on year, is able to recoup the costs with the sales of through the sales of God of War. I have to do some research and go through some numbers, but it's like for me, them selling 5 million, you're right. It's still the install base and the sales don't match up. Like I would expect way more than 5 million because of the install base is so large.
Right.
So I agree with you on that point. I'll go ahead and I'll let Charisse go ahead before I jump into what I think. Go ahead, Charisse. Oh, she's muted. Oh God. Okay.
I didn't. Oh no, I hear.
Okay.
I'm a single player person. That's what I grew up on. That's what I still play majorly. I can't even speak today. The whole single multiplayer only thing issue. It kind of scares me a little bit, but I know there's still a Skyrim coming. I know there's still a Fallout somewhere down the
Right.
line. Um, and I know even though the games that do are multiplayer, they will have a single player like Halo. Like I am a big Halo fan. I'm a big Gears fan. They will still have that single player part of their game, to tell their stories. And I applaud the fact that God of War sold 5 million. Congrats to them. But like Boogie said, that's not even 5% of your install base. That's kind of sad, actually. I was expecting it to like do like gangbusters, like everybody and their mama about this game, but apparently not. But again, I think single player games are here and they're here to stay because there's people like me who literally only buys one controller and refuses to share with anybody else. So there will always be a place for us for single player games.
Yeah, I'm under the same mindset. I think there'll always be a spot for everybody. Like in regards to like single player, because I think Detroit is a single player game, right? Detroit Become Human,
Yes, I believe
right?
so.
Right. I was hoping lady. Cause I know ladies. I think she's been. I don't know if she's been playing or not. I don't know. But anyway,
Yes, I have been playing it. Of course
yes,
I have.
it's a single player game though, right? Like Detroit Become Human.
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay.
I didn't to like what I played. Yeah, I ain't seen no multiplayer up in there.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, to me, like that game came out just recently. Like these games are recent. These are single player games that are super recent, and that you had Bethesda. That's like majority of what they do is single player. So I feel like server costs can be expensive. We've seen that now with State of Decay 2, which should be on dedicated servers, but that's a whole nother conversation. It's like there's gonna be room for single player versus the multiplayer because it's different strokes for different folks. You like what you like, and I think it's cool that developers, even the big publishers, are trying to appease both. You got some companies like EA that like shoot. We just had what was it? Black Ops talking about there is no single player campaign. Like we just all multiplayer this time around, and some people are cool with that, some people are not. But I still feel like they're gonna be games that pleases both sides. Now, I didn't feel like this years ago. Like I would say, like a year and a half ago, I felt like single players games were dying because they weren't being bought up, as much as the multiplayer games. But I feel like seeing the sales of God of War is definitely encouraging. Could be encouraging for that genre, the action adventure game, because I mean, let's be real. The action adventure game genre hasn't really got that much love outside of first-person shooters and racers and stuff like that, and then outside of Nintendo. So, I think it's good for God of War. All right, I think that's it. Anybody else have anything to say on the whole God of War thing?
Nope.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't get to play it, so
I'll get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it next month.
It's
on the
good.
15th.
It's very good.
I'm gonna get it. It might be cheaper. So I'll
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I'm gonna get it next month.
It's a good game, but it's definitely you play it and you're done. I mean, there's nothing really else to go back to. I mean, that's really all it is to it. And that's what you get with those single player games. Just like you watching a movie, kind of like Hellblade, right? Like, would you play through Hellblade again, lady?
Hell no, not with them puzzles.
Would you get
No.
what I'm saying? That's the point of driving home. It's like you one and done. You play it, and that's the end of it. Like you beat it, get to see the credits roll. You enjoy the experience like watching a movie. But movies still come out, like, you know what I mean? There is no multiplayer with movies. You know what I mean? So they still releasing them because they like your money. They want your money. And so I feel like I treat and I look at single player games the same way. So yeah. All right, so this is we're towards the end of the show, and so usually during this part, we always take questions from people that are in the chat right now, and so I'm going to kind of scroll through and see if can find any questions. I know I saw a couple in there. Did you see any questions, lady? I know you always check in the chat.
Yeah. I got a few.
All right.
One is we got a few. Tiger King says, "Have you guys talked about Game Pass and Gold merging?"
Game Pass and Gold merging? Is that a thing?
Is that a thing, Tiger?
What is that?
We've been talking about it.
Okay. All right. What this is what I've been wanting for like ever. Like you got, Xbox Live Gold merging with Game Pass, meaning that you pay a little bit higher premium, but you also get Game Pass. Hell
yeah.
Right.
I fuck with that.
Hell yeah. Because right now it's two separate things, and it's when does my Game Pass expire, or when does my live expire? That's too much shit to keep up with. Give me one little day.
I was going through that like 2 days ago.
Because anybody who went to E3, who was in FanFest, went to E3 last year and got that FanFest code for Game Pass, it's like, yo, this jump about to renew. What's up? Like, because you put it in around the same time that you got it, then it's like, okay, it's time to renew. And so you were about 2 different dates at that point. You're like, okay, I got to renew my Xbox Live Gold, which I typically try to stack those up because I don't like thinking about my Xbox Live Gold. And then same thing go for Game Pass. Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, she dropped out.
I need to know. That's great. That's great.
I think it's cool if they merge the two. That'd be awesome.
So one lump sum, you get like a cable package, but in Xbox form. You know what I mean?
Right. That's a great analogy. Like, okay, so I'm gonna pay. For right now. Like, usually when I get Xbox Live Gold, it costs me about $50 because I'm always trying to find a deal. It's normally 60, but I try to find a deal. So it's always like 40, 50 maybe if I jump on a deal when I see them. And they typically happen around like October. It's when you can find the best Xbox Live Gold deals. So around October, like I'm like trying to renew or stack on a membership. But if Gold Pass is included with that, then it seemed like to me that the cost would just be $60 and it'll be roughly around there if I find a deal to get Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold. That to me, that's a win-win. You can't go wrong with that. Now, I guess there could be some bad parts to it, especially if they start pulling out games and whatnot. So, I mean, maybe that's interesting. We could see Boogie's dashboard.
Okay.
I don't know how she was able to pull it up, but
how she pulled that up, cuz?
I don't know, but she pulled up her dashboard on here. Her Xbox dashboard.
I don't know. I don't know, but
I like that State of Decay background though.
I know, it's lit.
Yes, it is lit. Tiger also asked a question. How you feel about? Did you guys talk about the 2-hour show for Xbox? Is it a rumor or is it fact?
A 2-hour show for the presser?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's a rumor, but I think it might be true because last year it was like an hour and 45 minutes.
It was like an hour and a half, something like that.
Yeah, it was long. It was pretty long. I remember that. How long it was. And I was like, dang man, I need some snacks or something. It's like a movie. Like I need some popcorn. Like, it felt super long sitting there watching it. But I can't wait till you guys experience it. So it's a fantastic time to be watching it live.
And see, last year I was sitting in my comfy chair watching it on my TV. And I could run real quick. I could send my daughter in the kitchen, like, go get us something real quick, because she watches this stuff with me also. So this year I'm be watching it with y'all in the little theater and stuff. So we might have to sneak in snacks.
dude, like
if it's 2 hours.
so serious with y'all. How like I'm sitting there
Can
like,
we sneak in snacks?
no. They gonna kick y'all right out of there. Talking about some sneaking in some snacks.
Well, they got snacks inside.
Like they might have something because I mean you talk about a 2 hour show. That's like a movie. That's like a movie. Like I'm gonna need some popcorn. I'm gonna need.
I need to use the restroom before I sit down, ladies. Just let y'all know.
Oh, we always have to use the restroom before we sit down. That's 2 hours. Like I'm looking forward to. I think it's fantastic. They did say that they're changing their show a little bit, and it's gonna be different from last year. So I'm definitely eager to see what's that gonna translate into. But still 2 hours. That they better show improve. They must have a lot to talk about and show, and maybe some hardware. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. They've been really good about keeping tight lip. I hope they can make it through these 2 weeks because I really want some surprises. I don't want any leaks. I want legit surprises.
I think they're pretty good on leaks. I mean, compared to last year,
it's always leaks a week before the show, though. Always a week before the show. So what I may do, because I want surprises, is I may just not even check Twitter for that whole week leading to E3. Except the round table. Hold up.
Except the round table. Okay.
Like I'm just like that might be the only thing I
just
check.
Skip.
Right.
How you gonna do that though? You gonna pull it up and then just go straight to the inbox.
That's right. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna avoid it, but I'm trying to avoid leaks.
Okay. What do you get stuff sent to your email? What about that?
Man, don't. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out. Like clearly, I haven't figured it all out.
But you have to like literally take your phone and like hide it for like the whole week because people will be just throwing stuff.
I've been able to do that with movies. Like I was able to avoid spoilers for Solo. I was able to avoid spoilers for the Infinity Wars. So I've been, I've been okay, maneuvering movies. But so hopefully I can do the same thing with the video games. You know what?
If nobody can do it, you can do it. You will figure out a way to do it.
You know me, I will cut the internet off. You know me, I can cut myself off. It's not. I don't struggle with that. Internet is not. It's not an addiction of mine. You know what I mean? So I can cut it off easy.
You go. Okay.
Oh, but it also means you can't be on Amazon shopping either.
No.
See, that's different. It's different. Amazon is a whole nother monster. I'm addicted to shopping on Amazon. But whatever. It's all good. That's a whole nother thing. I just learned something about me. It's all good.
That's all right. We all love Amazon.
It's just that it just comes quickly. That's the thing. For me, it's the shipping. Like if I want something, I get it, boom. And especially when I can't find it in my area, it's like easy to get.
Area?
In my area, yeah.
Okay.
Good try. She picking on me. Y'all hear this, right? It's all good.
Okay.
Right, what was the other question? Go ahead.
I'm looking. Alan Wake 2. Are you guys excited to see that?
That's that announced?
Well, would you? Oh no, it says would you?
Oh,
would y'all like? Would y'all like?
I was like, did I miss that?
Right.
No, it says the question was from Donald Blaze. Would y'all like to see Alan Wake 2 at E3?
I would. I think they are working on this. Is Remedy, right? They are working
Remedy.
on something, but I kind of want to see Quantum Break 2 before I see Alan Wake.
Thank you. Me too. Just the way that game ended. That cliffhanger, man.
Oh my god. Y'all can probably find it for the low right now, but y'all need to go pick up Quantum Break.
I might mess with it. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it yet.
Make sure you get an external hard drive because it's a big ass game.
Like how big is it? Over 100?
Oh yeah. Well, no.
With the
80.
Wait, if you got it with the 1X, it might be over 100. But if you download the movie files, because it's like a damn TV show too. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, I got enough. It should be. I got enough. I got an external hard drive. You know it.
Yeah.
Shout out to LBOOGIE.
Yeah, I want everybody to play this game. It is a good ass game.
Is it $20?
Oh, I don't know.
It should be.
It should be low now at this point.
It's been out. Yeah, it's been out for over a year.
Let me go check my my Xbox is on right now.
There was another question. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. It was in the chat.
How tall are you? I don't know if that was a serious question.
How tall? I don't mind telling my height. I'm 5'0". What?
I'm 5'5", or I'm taller than Chase Money.
Oh damn, y'all got jokes.
Hey,
I'm 5'10".
You
Yeah,
5'10"?
I think Boogie's tall too. I think Boogie's
Yeah, I'm
big.
5'10".
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
You
see.
know.
Let me see. Let me see. Have you played The Witness? Oh,
Yeah, a little bit.
I heard that was good.
oh man, that shit was free. I didn't even touch it.
All right, I'm looking. I know. So, because I think it was a question from Jazzy. Jazzy knew. He said, "What is the
He
biggest
got a lot
thing
of
you
questions.
want?" Yeah. Okay. Here go Jazzy's question. He said, "What is the biggest thing you want with the next consoles? Since we know they're coming in 2020 and 2021. Too soon, cuz. Too soon. Like I
With the
can't.
Xbox or with the PlayStation?
No, I'm
Well, I
good.
think
I'm
all
done with
consoles. He
both.
said the next consoles. So he said, "What's the biggest thing you want with the next consoles?" For me, it's too soon. I can't even think that far. Like
Man,
I'm
Quantum
still
Break
focused
is
on.
$40,
I feel like I
cuz.
just got my X. Like I feel like I just got my Xbox One X, and so I'm enjoying it. I'm not even ready for an upgrade. Like I can't believe people are asking for upgrades. Like, are you serious? Let this gen play out. I want to see games. I want to see more games. I want this gen to at least to go on for at least 3 more years. At least 3. I
Please.
want to see titles. Man, I'm not ready
I
for
mean,
it to end. Be real.
it will go on for at least 2 years, right?
I'm thinking 3. I'm
like,
guessing 3, but
yeah, because 2020, 2021, it's still going to be 2.5 years. So you're still going to get that.
yeah.
I mean, you just get to know early that it's coming, but
Well,
you're still going to get the time that you're saying that you want between the gens. The problem is that they need more, like the PlayStation needs more power, right?
mm-hmm.
Xbox doesn't really need more power, but they got to figure out a way to make the OG Xbox stop stifling the Xbox One X, which is why there's going to have to be a new generation, and then they don't want to be far behind each other. So that's why that's going to happen. I mean, even if we're not ready for it, that's why it's going to happen.
I'm behind on my console. I still got my fat baby, so I'm not worried about the new console that's come out. I take my time with my consoles. I use my stuff till it breaks down, and I get the better version of what I got before. And until my fat baby don't want to work with me no more, I'm still on this OG Xbox One. And if I do, I want to get the X, but it wouldn't be an issue for me if like I say next year I get an X, and then a couple of years later the new console come out. I'm not gonna be worried about it. I'm simple like that. I just like to enjoy my stuff within my pocket range. Because I noticed a lot of people when they was on the Xbox One X hype, everybody was like, I'm gonna get it. Then when they actually came out, oh, I'm not getting it, or I can't get it, or I can't afford it. So I'm not gonna be like, stunting like that if I don't personally have it like that. What I want to see, I mean, the sky is the limit right now, to be honest with you, with video games. So I can't even wrap my head around what could possibly come up with the new gen console. But if I can say one thing,
more power. So
more power. If anything, it's one thing. It's one thing. If one thing that it is going to be there, it's going to be more power. But anything else, I don't know.
Because they were trying to make the stories more immersive, so that you feel like you're really there, so that you spend more time on the game and they can monetize you for longer. Mm-hmm. That's what they're trying to do. And right now they can't do that with even no matter what power, more power, But even though they try to say that the OG Xbox isn't holding back the current gen, it is. It is. So what'll end up happening is they'll make a new Xbox and then they'll have backwards compatibility. But I see Jazzy Noob says that they think Sony might not do backwards compatibility. If they don't,
that's a wrap. That's a Richard wrap.
Yeah,
that's a Richard wrap.
I don't know why they didn't do it this year. They've always done backwards compatibility. So I don't know. It's a big mistake if they don't do it again.
Yeah, Microsoft's like backwards compatibility announcement was still one of the biggest moments at E3 a few years ago. So I agree.
And a lot of people still play it too. How many? They got over 300 games now, and they're even bringing their original Xbox games in. Like seriously.
Yeah,
They need
it's
that.
crazy
They
right
need
now.
that on the PlayStation for real.
I know.
On
I'm
that
just
new
glad they're still
PlayStation.
supporting it. I'm glad they're still supporting that. But I agree with you, later. They do need to do something with that on PlayStation. I think it'd be dope.
You know, I want to play Metal Gear Solid, the original one. I want to play Ultimate Mortal Kombat. I want to play Scarface. Oh man, I wish, but I don't know when they're gonna do it. But they need to do it,
They probably won't. Just to be real.
and that's what's going to keep them behind.
Yeah.
And I own a PlayStation 4. So
Yeah. Is that it for questions? Are we done with questions? I mean, does anybody else got anything to say? Was that it? I really don't see anything else either.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick peek. If you got any questions, speak now and forever hold your peace. Till next week.
Yes.
And we appreciate the questions. We like the
Yes.
questions. I really enjoy it. So it looks like that is it.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so we'll go ahead and just
I
roll
don't
into
think we ever
outro.
talked about Games of Gold.
Games with Gold? Yeah, we did. I think you were fooling around with your computer.
I'm sorry.
But it's all good. You can go ahead
I
and speak
pushed the
on it.
button, and then all of a sudden, it was just like nothing was coming out. I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah. Oh, you can go ahead and talk about that though, real quick. Get it in because well, we already spoke about it.
It's okay. I don't have to.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
So let's go ahead and just roll into outros then. I'll go first since I hosted today. So yeah, you guys know it's me. You know, Delilah HD. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. And let's check you guys next week. Well, I guess we'll be talking about E3 and our predictions. And yeah, I look forward to that. But thank you for rocking out with us, and we'll catch you guys next week. All right, go ahead, lady.
Thank you everybody that stopped by and show us love this morning. I know it's Memorial Day weekend, and you two be on that BS, but you guys came through, and we really appreciate it. You know, anything, everything, Lady Infamous or Grown Women Gaming. You can check us out. Check me out at Lady_Infamous30 on Twitter. We're gonna do some streaming, and we're just gonna get popping with these games. And I want to thank my lovely panel for coming through every Saturday like they always do. Y'all some real ones.
No doubt. All right, go ahead, Charisse.
All right, it's your girl CHAREECE here. Thank y'all again for checking out with us today this morning. You can check me out on Twitter, Instagram. Everything is Natoram, Natoram. See y'all next week.
All right, Boogie, close us out.
All right, Miss LBOOGIE, 0208. You can find me on Twitter or on Mixer, and I'll be streaming every day this week, except for Monday because I'm going to Disneyland. But
Nice.
I'll be streaming every day at 10. And my streaming setup is coming up, so there's big things ahead for me, so stay on the lookout.
All right, awesome.
All right, you guys. Y'all have a good Memorial Day weekend, and see y'all when we see y'all. Peace. Bye.
Bye.